Hi, everyone. I'm Kristen Johnson. I'm an associate professor and nutrition specialist with the University of Tennessee Extension in the Department of Family and Consumer Sciences. So, today we're going to be making a couple of nutritious, delicious recipes that are especially fun for kids because they incorporate art. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to make a vegetable wrap. That's really fun because it's shaped like fireworks. So it's really fun for summer when a lot of these fresh produce items are going to use are in season. So they might be in your backyard, in your garden, or at the farmer's market, grocery store, wherever you shop for food. So I have a whole wheat tortilla here, about 6 to 8 inches. You could use whatever you have on hand. So roughly in the middle, it's kind of making a curved shape. So it looks like we're have a hill scene that we're looking at. So this looks a little bit like if you were looking off in the distance that there might be a hill or maybe a small mountain that you're looking at. So I'm just going to cut a small slice off of these peppers, and then I will save the rest to use later. And really, all we need are some thin, long strips to kind of make the shape of a firework. So I'm just going to cut these into thin, long strips. So again, just a small slice off the pepper, save the rest for later. And thin, long strips. So the next item we're going to use is a cucumber. I have an English cucumber. These have a really thin skin, so you can eat the skin on these more easily. If you have a cucumber that maybe has a thicker, waxier skin, then you might choose to cut the skin off of these. But today I'm going to leave the skin on. And just like the peppers, we're going to cut these and make long, thin strips of cucumber. So I'm going to start. We won't need this whole thing. I'm gonna cut the end off and then cut just a small slice of my cucumber. I'm gonna cut the cucumber in half. And now, again, just forming those thin strips. All right, so now that we've kind of roughly chopped some of our vegetables that we're going to use, we're going to start assembling the dish. So the first thing we're going to do is get that tortilla that we cut in half. The next thing I'm going to do is take about 1 tablespoon of hummus and we're just going to spread that on our tortilla. So this will make it kind of look a little bit more like the ground. I have a roasted pepper hummus today. It adds a lot of nice flavor. I'm going to start with our yellow bell peppers. So, all I'm going to do is just cut these curved edges off of the bell pepper. So, now our bell pepper we have straight, flat ends, and they're a little more like rectangular shaped without those curved edges. And I'm just going to start laying these down. All right, I have about 4 of our slices of yellow bell pepper out on our plate, kind of arranged in the shape of like a plus sign or a cross. And then I'm gonna fill in the rest of this shape with our other vegetables, to make a nice fun shape. So next, I'm gonna grab our, red bell pepper, and I'm gonna do the same thing. So if you find that maybe some of your pieces are a little thicker than others, again, optional, but you could kind of cut them so that they're uniform in size or a little bit thinner. All right, so our firework is starting to come together. So we have now our yellow and our red. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is add some shredded carrots. I'm going to cut mine, I think, some of these longer pieces in half just to have a bit of a shorter shape. But again, that step is optional. So this adds a nice orange color to our firework. And again, I'm going to just kind of set these just around the peppers that we already have on the plate to form a nice shape. Right. So the next thing is our cucumber. When I slice my cucumber, these slices are kind of long, kind of thick. So I'm going to cut these in half. Again, this is optional. You get to be creative and do whatever you enjoy. So I'm going to slice these in half, and I'm going to use the piece that doesn't have peel. I'm going to cut these into some smaller little kind of diced pieces, about an inch long rectangle. And I'm going to also kind of set these out to the side. Now, what we're gonna do with some of our cucumber pieces that still have the skin on, We're gonna kind of arrange these to look like grass here at the bottom. I'm gonna make these just a little bit thinner so they lay flat on our tortilla, and then maybe shape them a little bit so they're kind of wavy. And now you're done. So the best step is next, and that's eating it. It's really delicious and fun to eat. So you can eat this any way you want to. You can just pick up the vegetables and dip them in the hummus, or you can kind of disassemble everything you put together, wrap it up inside the tortilla, and enjoy it that way. This was our vegetable wrap fireworks scene. I hope that you enjoy it. Hope that this is a fun dish for you and your family to enjoy and to get creative in the kitchen, incorporating art along with these nutritious recipes. Follow us to learn more fun, delicious recipes for you and your family.